Happy New Year!
Happy New
That was totally
Year!
unplanned. How are you?
I am I am happy, sad, scared, and many other things.
Me too. I, I'm, I'm happier than I have been because like last time we saw each other, I was sick, and now I know that you're not feeling as good. But I've gotten into a new apartment in a new city, and
Good change.
I feel vibrant.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I feel like my lighting's making me look like sick, but I'm feeling good. I'll fix that next time.
Yeah.
But
Well, congrats. Congrats. Yeah, and every change sometimes can be exciting and sometimes can be quite scary and upsetting and all of that. So,
yeah, it's the scary part is I'll definitely have to work harder to keep what I'm building here, and it's not a bad thing because that's the only way I kind of tend to progress. I get complacent or lazy or whatever people want to call it. Like not easily,
yeah.
but if there's nothing challenging me, it seems to I'll kind of drift a little bit. So I think it's actually a good thing, um,
And
and we'll see what
we were
happens.
talking last time that you've been more consistent. Have you, like, how do you feel? Like, have you been able to maintain that consistency?
Yeah, so I'm really consistent as a person nowadays. I think that um, being, not like having any substance abuse issues, taking care of my mental health, like all these things for a long enough time, like it kind of keeps compounding and compounding over the course of like months, and then like even the last couple of years, I've been like trying to get some momentum, and it's finally working. It's been working for a while now. So, short answer is yes. The long answer is like filled with BS. But yeah, it's amazing what just keeping going every day will do for you, even if things feel like they're not working. There's like
Yeah,
between
no,
like
totally.
success or whatever, like the starting point and the payoff of whatever journey you're in. It's like this weird valley where if you can kind of like hang in there, it seems to really pay off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Jim Rohn used to have some term for that space in between like the starting point and the quote unquote success. Like there's some the valley of
Well,
something.
and I love Jim Rohn, right? And I would say that what if we take that idea and combine it with another idea of having no expectation? Because you know what? Even if you're consistent and diligent and whatever, you might still not get the outcome.
Yeah,
You know, life is quite unpredictable and things happen. And I mentioned to you that kind of my life has been recently disrupted because I have a kidney stone and that's
yeah,
really been messing up with me. And I've been doing all the right things and drinking water. It still fucked me up, right? But I mean, still, you do the things and that's the best you can do and you don't know what the outcome is going to be. And again, your anxious brain will try to figure out, oh, what do I do? Should I do this? Should I not do this? And the honest answer is you don't know what the consequences will be, but every moment you try, you make your best guess, if you will, and
yeah,
it's much easier when we have that consistency, right? Because there are some basic things we know that they probably will affect us in a positive way, just basic things, right? Not abusing your health, sleeping, drinking the water, and eating healthy, and making daily actions to promote whatever that you do and work on your stuff and so on, right? Again, it's not like if you do them, you will have this wonderful success. Who knows? You might die tomorrow from a heart attack. Who fucking cares, right? You're still doing that stuff and you're living right now, right here. That's it.
yeah. I agree with you. And sorry to like the kidney stone thing sucks. It's mainly about how you have to get rid of it that freaks me out. And I'm trying to like I'm basically trying not to live vicariously through you because that's no fun. But because I've had a lot of relatives that have had them, like I've had like a few uncles that have had them, and they've talked about how much it hurts coming out. But Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think at least there's at least the worst part of it is something that us as people can all kind of like poke fun at. I mean, until it happens, obviously. But it adds like a weird silver lining to the thing, where it's like if you had cancer or something, it would be like I don't know why I mentioned that, but I'm just saying like it
No,
for
no,
me.
totally. I spent a night in the emergency room, right? And
Yeah,
before the diagnosis was finalized, so I'm having this really strong pain, and on the one hand, I'm scared that they will confirm that it's the kidney stone and it's painful and it'll take some time and there's no obvious short-term quick resolution of that. And then at some point I had the thought, oh, well, they might say that it's not a kidney stone, that actually, I don't know, like cancer of my bowels or whatever the fuck,
yeah.
right?
That's
Then
what.
that's a different outcome, right?
Yeah, it's a much different outcome.
But end of the day, it's right. Like the moment is like, what's the reality of the moment? The reality is that there's pain or there's no pain, and this is really simply it. And then what's going to happen the next moment, you have no idea, right? And with pain, you probably know that once you start experiencing a bit of pain, the brain sometimes like starting to get scary, like, oh, the pain is coming on. Let's all kind
Yeah.
of tense up, right? Because it's becoming scary. And the funny thing is too, right? Like whenever we're actually able to breathe and relax into the pain, it's much easier, right? But again, it's not our conscious control. Sometimes we're able to relax into this, sometimes we're not, and then it is what it is.
Yeah, the more you fight it, the more it kind of clings to you, and it's like the brain will kind of like latch on to your fears, or the pain like latches onto your fear. I don't know. It's just a way of
Yeah,
describing it, but it seems to be that way. Like once you keep fixating on it, it almost like it's like the brain almost likes having things to fixate on, whether they're negative or positive. It just likes having a focal point, and the more energy there is supplied to it from your body or something, maybe, the more it
it's
wants
trying
to
to
attach
help,
to it.
right? So like when there is like a perceived problem, then it does all it can to like, how can I find the solution?
Yeah.
And sometimes it can't, right? Sometimes things are the way they are, and there is nothing it can do.
Yeah, and the other thing that's interesting in that, well, two things. I remember there's this comedian who had a joke about that kind of thing, and his friend, he said his friend came to him and said, "Oh, I've got this horrible disease. It's alcoholism." And he was like, "Oh, well, at least you have the best disease because you get to drink all the time." He's like, "My
Yeah,
grandfather had bowel cancer," and he started going through the symptoms of that cancer, and he was comparing the two, and it was
yeah,
just interesting how like the stories that we create for these different things, and we kind of make everything this big deal, and
yep.
we can also not make it a big deal too. The second thing was I thought it was really interesting that you had this like really positive experience, and you traveled, and you had this like what I could see from like Instagram looked like this amazing trip, and then it ended like that. So it's weird, these highs and lows that we kind of experience, they're all just smashed
Yeah,
together.
and it all started when I was traveling, right? So it was even scarier, like, oh, I'm far away from my home, my country, the place that I already know. Like, where the hell do I get even like medical help here? And will
Yeah.
they accidentally kill me trying to figure it out?
Yeah, yeah. I haven't heard the best things about like getting medical attention when you're on the road like that, especially like certain countries, like nothing against them personally. It's just like
Yeah.
there are certain places where the medical system is better than others, just like all kind of stuff. So yeah, I
Mhm.
don't know. That's like I wouldn't want to get thrown in jail over there, for instance. I've heard horror stories about that. So I guess
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
I mean, in general, I would prefer to stay out of jail, in general.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go there for any reason, to be honest with you. Um, if I ever go, it'll probably be for doing like some kind of like street art or something. That's always interests me. I like
Yeah.
I don't
Public
like
disorder. Huh?
yeah, like I don't like all of like Banksy's work necessarily, like individual pieces, but some of it
Yeah.
is really cool concept. I like the idea of
Yeah.
artists that are like saying a lot
I
with
love
some.
street art, right? And whenever
Yeah,
I
me
go to
too.
Denver, for East Denver, right, they have so
Yeah.
many cool art pieces on the streets.
I got two different people that are trying to send me there this year. It was weird.
Yeah.
like I've got one crypto coin person and then like one company that I work with. They're both like, we'll help you get there. We'll help you get there. So I'm trying to figure this all out. And then I'm fighting the part of myself that hates flying so much that I'm willing to pass on
Oh
great
yeah.
opportunities. And I've got to just push through that fear, I think. Um,
Hmm.
and if the plane crashes and I die, I don't want to joke about that, but I mean, that's what I'm scared of, obviously. But I don't fear death in every other single particular way. So I'm not sure
I mean,
why my
fear
brain
is not
wants to.
really rational, right? Because it's, I mean, it might crash and you might die, and you know quite well that, things like driving are more dangerous inherently, statistically,
Yeah,
right, than flying, but that doesn't help. Like, if your brain for
yeah.
some reason is scared of that, it's scared of that.
Yeah, just
So,
uncomfortable for some reason. I think it's because I didn't
yeah,
grow up flying a ton either. It's probably part of it. I know some
who
people
cares?
love it. Like
Yeah.
some people I know are
Or
like,
you
I love
explain the
flying.
origins of it, right? It is what it is,
Yeah,
right? And that will be whatever motivation you have for going, right? Your brain will balance it out with like fear of flying and discomfort with that, and it will make a decision. Yeah.
yeah. Like my decision to grow this weird beard. I'm gonna let it keep growing for a little bit too. I don't know what's happening with
Nice.
me. I haven't done this in so long. But do you like flying? ADD.
I, I mean, it's not like sitting in that little thing and those seats for a while. And this time when I flew, I departed on the busiest day of the year, which is December 26th. And the
Ooh.
flight was supposed to take 4 hours, but then we ended up being stuck in a snowstorm in Toronto, and before we departed, we had to sit for like 5 hours on the plane. So that was
Oh my
really
God.
bloody painful. But yeah, it happens, right? And I've been on flights that take, well, I think the longest one I've been to is a flight to Singapore from New York, like 19 hours or whatever. So
Oh no, I couldn't even do that. I don't know. Well, I'm sure I could, but man, oh, I hate even thinking about that. That freaked me out so much. Also, I have to get up and move a lot. Like as much as I chit chat,
yeah, yeah.
I pace around all the time. I'm like, if I'm on the phone, I'm like walking back and forth.
Right.
Man, I hate that. Um,
But you see, it's like end of the day, then it's about every minute of that, right? Like whenever we're flying, because before we fly, we might have all this anxiety and imagining how it's going to be this and that, right? But then in every minute of flying, there's like, okay, maybe I'm sitting in this chair, or maybe I'm standing up and or, moving around in the aisle, and who knows, right? And the brain's constantly trying to imagine how it's going to be, but same with pain, right? Like when we're sick and when I have their bouts of pain from that kidney stone thing, then again, anticipating that is scary. Then in the moment, it might be painful, might be very painful, and then it goes away and or stays
yeah.
moment by moment.
Shit. My knee hurts all the time. I had like a horrible. It's not. I'm gonna make it all this big deal. I had a knee surgery a long time ago, from
Yeah, yeah.
because I did wrestling in high school and I did like all this kind of like martial arts stuff. So my knee was always getting beat up, and then one night I just like blew it out like real bad completely.
Ooh,
It's never been the
it sucks.
same.
Man. Sorry.
So it hurts every day, and you got a delivery.
Yeah,
Was that you? Okay. I did a podcast
got
recently or
some
something.
peanuts delivered to feed my squirrels.
What's the squirrel's name, bro? That whole thing.
I don't name them, I just feed them.
That's so.
I
I
keep
like
it
how you always
simple.
say Ethereum.
Yeah, all those scammers, right? They want to come out with yet another new meme coin.
I
So
like meme culture, but like, man, do we need like 9 billion
it
of
can be
these things?
fun, right? But so many people get so stuck in that, and they end up losing money. And then also, there's so much spam around that.
Yeah, it's the
Uh,
spam. Um,
yeah,
there's a few classic ones that I enjoy. Like I like Pepe, but it's only because I like the frog's face. I don't care about anything it stands
right.
for or anything. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay, this is cool. So I base it
yeah.
on that. There's no like,
For sure, for sure.
yeah, I don't care about all the other stuff. Um, let's touch on, let's see, what else is there? I don't have like a lot of problems this week. That's the amazing thing. Usually we have all
It's
these
cool.
issues.
You know, it's a new year, right? And, human brain likes to latch on to any kind of imaginary points. Oh, now it's a new year. Things will be different, right? And it's
Yeah,
kind of funny because maybe we will actually end around here, right? Because
yeah,
you will notice that, yeah, things are different. They're different every moment. And at the same time, you will notice that the patterns that you have are the patterns that you have, and they are quite
yeah,
likely to repeat. And so what, right? They might change any instant or might
yeah,
not. And this is the reality. And then you can have all of your beautiful resolutions. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. Awesome, wonderful, right?
yeah.
Uh, but like with any resolution, every decision happens just like this moment, and then future moments and so on.
Yeah, I agree. And I just realized one last thing I do want to show you. Little show and tell. I've got these two art pieces I want to show you because I'm doing this new style and there's this cool face.
Yeah.
So since I don't see you on camera like this super often, so I've been making these where they're just like lines and stuff. So that's
Yep.
kind of fun.
That's pretty
And
cool.
I made this like crazy face
Oh, that's quite lovely.
where it's got like all these different patterns and it's kind of like a
I
sad.
like the colors. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And your famous
Um,
doodles. Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into some galleries here in Charlotte or get representation or something, and I'm trying to
Totally.
figure out a plan to do what all artists do, where they find sponsors and they keep themselves going,
Yep.
which allows them to not have to take all these jobs, which helps them
Yep.
make art and get into places. So I don't know, like if I'm supposed to make like a business plan for that. I had one friend who's like really good in the business world that said that as an artist, like maybe I shouldn't do that because art is very like creative and informal, and you should just be willing to give like some form of deliverable or like offer something in return or find somebody that doesn't care about that, they believe in you, instead of like having this like structured plan, because it's not like really how artists do things typically, so they might not see it. I don't know, so I'm kind of confused on how to proceed
It
on all that.
depends, right? I'm trying to think who was it. Like I think it was Stephen King, for example. I think that was him who, in some book or maybe in his post, he's saying that, you know what, like if you want to become a successful writer, right? It's not like I wake up and then I see, do I have my inspiration today or not, right?
Yeah,
You do your best to write this day, right? And maybe it'll be awesome, maybe it'll suck, but so it's kind of both, right? Like your
yeah,
creativity and then your consistency, and when they work together, right? And then you surrender to what it is.
yeah. I've been doing that too, by the way, and we'll end on this note. Like I show up, I set a timer for a certain amount of time each day, and I just create shit. And if
Yeah.
it sucks, it sucks. If not, it's cool. Like I'm not worried about the result. What's important is that I think we're probably talking about the same thing. What's important is like I sit down and I do the work for the day, and then I just go and live
Yep.
my life. So, but all right, everybody, this has been the first mental health podcast. Excuse me. Of the new year.
2026. Yeah.
2026. We'll see what happens. We'll see if America steals Greenland or not. Let's see. I don't know what's happening anymore. Things are so wild.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, let's
It's
see you
already been
soon,
an
man.
exciting year. Yeah. And
Yeah,
our
it's
best
gonna be
wishes to
wild.
the Iranians fighting for their
Yeah.
freedom. Yeah.
There's all kind of the world's churning. That's for sure. I don't know what to even think about everything. So,
Right
all
on.
right, everybody. We love you. Oh, that's our timer. Look at that. Perfect. We'll see you soon, y'all. Yeehaw. Bye bye.